The Miami Heat are now one game away from making the finals for the first time since 2014. Rookie Tyler Hero put up 37 points off the bench for Miami and is only the second 20-year-old to score at least 37 points in a playoff game. Magic Johnson in the 1980 finals was the other. Chris Broussard is still with us. Chris, this question for you. Do you think Hero will make an All-Star team one day?
Yes, I do. I'm very confident that he'll make an All-Star team. Now, I'm not convinced yet that he'll be a perennial All-Star where he makes 4, 5, 6, All-Star teams and virtually every year. But 1 or 2 All-Star teams in the East, yes, it helps that he's in the East. It helps that he's on a good team. And no disrespect to Chris Middleton, but remember, he's made 2 All-Star teams in the Eastern Conference. Tyler Hero is only 2 years removed from high school. He's 20 years old. He played 1 year at Kentucky. So he's going to improve dramatically, you think. So, yeah, he'll make an All-Star team. And look, what was so impressive last night was the way he did it. He did it in every way. He hit the three-pointer. He hit mid-range shots. He showed off his handle, beat guys off the dribble, finished at the rim. He moved without the basketball, which a lot of guys don't do well, and he caught some passes cutting to the basket and scored that way. This guy is very, very good, and while you never expect a rookie to average, to score 37 points in an Eastern Conference Finals game, this wasn't completely out of the blue. He scored 22 in Game 3. He averaged 16.5 points in the first round against Indiana. He led the Heat with 17.3 points a game in the 8 seeding games in the bubble. So he seems to be finding himself and emerging. So look, again, very confident he'll make 1, 2 All-Star games maybe. The question for me is, does he become a real legitimate star where every year you kind of pencil him in for the All-Star game?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he can become an All-Star, and as all the points you make are very convincing, Chris, is because you look at it, he's in the East. And when you look at the Eastern Conference guards, Skip, basically they're the Ks. Kyrie, Chris Middleton, Kemba Walker, Kyle Lowry. Those are the guards in the Eastern Conference. Now, can he be an All-NBA player? You still got Harden, Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, maybe Westbrook for a couple of more years. Yep. But the young guns, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, Ja Morant. I don't know about an All-NBA guard, Luka. I ain't even mentioned Luka. So I don't know about an All-NBA, but I think you're right, Chris. I think in the Eastern Conference, I think he can become an All-Star. Now, Kyrie's going to be on a winning team because he has Kevin Durant. I think that's one spot that's going to be locked up. Yep. So basically, he's going to be fighting with Chris Middleton, Kemba, and Kyle Lowry for the other All-Star guard. But Skip, he like Chris said, he's 20 years of age, playing 33 minutes a night and doing this. He gets a little better. He's going to be averaging 20 points a night. It's going to be hard to overlook him because the Heat's going to win. And so when you factor that in, he's going to be averaging about 20 points a night. They'll be winning. It's going to be hard to keep, and he's going to become a fan favorite. Remember, the fans got to say in this, Skip. And he's not like, he got handle, he got swag. Hey, we haven't seen anything like him at the guard position. Luka is a different type of guy, but this kid got handles, he got swag. I'm a bucket. Y'all know what I do. I get buckets out here.
I'm a bucket.
So I think he can be. I think he can be an All-Star.
I am shocked both of you went All-Star. I was prepared to have to defend this kid, this 20-year-old, because I definitely see All-Star. I'm with Chris. It's hard to yet go perennial All-Star, but can he make an All? Yes, he can. So I need to address the, so to speak, white elephant in the room.
Yeah.
He's a white kid from outside Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And he's playing like he so belongs. I keep telling Shannon, it's been a long, long time since I saw a 20-year-old rookie play with this kind of fearless poise. The poise is what's so hard. As Chris points out, this is the Eastern Conference Finals. This was the swing game, 2-2 or 3-1. And he took it over. His team couldn't score. Jimmy Buckets was starting to irritate me because he wouldn't assert himself. Take the shot. And all of a sudden, they kept getting late clock, and Tyler Hero said, I got it. Just it's okay. And he did it at his own pace and his own rhythm, and he kept creating his own shot from deep, mid-range, going to the rim, both hands. He's got, as Chris said, he's got really sweet handles both ways, and he's got supreme confidence. He belongs. How many American-born and raised white two guards have we seen in this league? I don't know. It's been a while.
No.
Like who? Rex Chapman? Like,
Oh, King Rex now.
Ooh.
Yeah. And his knee, King Rex.
Okay,
Well, look,
but help me out. Go ahead, Chris.
To your point, we haven't seen a white star guard since John Stockton, white American.
No.
Right.
You know, Steve Nash was even Canadian.
He was Canadian.
You know, the two guard, Chris Mullin, is that the last one?
Right.
Hornacek, Jeff Hornacek was pretty good, but like a legitimate star was Chris Mullin.
Yeah. But Chris Mullin was
it'd be great if Hero could
like
really
a
emerge.
pure shooter.
Right.
But this kid's got...
Chris Mullin couldn't handle the ball like this kid. This kid between his legs, behind his back.
And Shannon, this kid is long.
Yeah.
He's 6'5" and long.
Yeah.
And dare I say he's athletic?
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty
But you know
athletic.
what? And when I look at it, Chris, I don't know. It's going to be tough for him to get, because I left off Bradley Beal, Trae Young, and John Wall is coming back. So he got his work cut out for him on the All-Star with Kyrie, with Kimber, with Chris Middleton. So he might can skip. He might can squeeze one.
Yeah.
He might can squeeze one, because when Bradley Beal just averaged 30, Trae Young averaged 30, John Wall is coming back. It's gonna be tough, Skip.
Okay, think of the opportunity this
Malcolm
right
Brogdon's
before him.
pretty good.
Yeah, he is. I agree. But
The other
Chris.
thing, too, is that in Miami, you know, at least for the next few years, I don't know if you'll be ready to be an All-Star in next year or 2 years, 3 years. But for the next few years, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are going to be All-Stars.
Yeah.
So the Heat's not getting 3 All-Stars.
No.
So unless he really just becomes their best player, it might be hard for him for a few years in addition
Chris,
to the other guys you mentioned,
to
Shannon.
your point, he has been becoming their best player for a few weeks now. If you look back at the numbers you just showed, it's like, wait a second, this is happening, then 37 happens. And think of the opportunity he has. Can they close the deal 3-1? I think they can. If they do, are they going to face your team in the finals? Is that not a national opportunity to make a splash?
Be huge. And we remember how big he came up against Milwaukee down the stretch. He was raining threes on them. And I agree with you. The question is, Bam suffered some kind of injury to his elbow or something last night.
He said it was his wrist, but he said he's good.
Okay.
He said.
So.
But, I mean, if he's not good, you just got a huge break.
Right. Yeah. And then if he's not good, they're not going to be good, because he controls the glass. He's giving you 20 and 10 on a nightly basis.
Yep.
So it's going to be huge for them. But this kid, he's been very impressive. Like I said, maybe I'm gonna say if he gets an All-Star, he'll get one, because when you look at it, Bradley Beal, Trae Young, John Wall, Kyrie, Kimber, Chris Middleton, and Kyle Lowry. Now Kyle Lowry is a free agent, so we don't know if he's going to stay in Toronto or he's going to stay in the East. But I don't see all NBA, Skip.
Not all NBA.
With Harden, Lillard, Steph.
No.
And those Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray